Good morning and welcome to our Lebanon Federal Credit Union pregame. We are here with Lebco Sports Live. I am Rob Gantz. I'm joined by Matt Kantner. We have an exciting matchup for you today where the visiting Cedar Crest Falcons are taking on the Octorara Braves in the quarterfinals of the 2026 Lancaster-Lebanon League Boys Basketball League Championship. Cedar Crest boys opened up their winter with a tough 0-3 start, but the Falcons steadied themselves quickly and never really looked back. And they did it while answering some big preseason questions. Coming off 2 straight Lancaster-Lebanon League championships, Cedar Crest entered the year with expectations still high despite graduating 8 seniors from last year's team, including all of their starters. With a roster featuring very few seniors and several key pieces being sophomores, there is plenty to prove early. A mid-December lift, including a division win over Hempfield and a lopsided victory against Lebanon, helped turn the tide, and they picked up momentum, and then by early January, they were rolling. The signature stretch came right after the calendar turned. Cedar Crest ripped off 5 straight wins, including division wins over Manheim Township and Penn Manor, to climb to 9-5 overall. They also showed plenty of offensive punch down the stretch, highlighted by an 80-point night and division win over J.P. McCaskey, a game in which Jamar Paulus erupted for 41 points. Cedar Crest finished this portion of the season at 13-9, with a strong 7-3 league mark, proving it could win in different ways. From defensive-minded results where they held opponents to the 40s multiple times, to high-scoring performances when the pace picked up. And maybe the biggest takeaway is that young roster grew up over the course of the year. They're gaining valuable reps in tight division games and high-pressure spots. And now comes another measuring stick, a difficult test against a senior-heavy Octorara group that's looking to prove itself. Matt, can you tell us about the teams?
Yeah, Cedar Crest is coached by Coach Tommy Smith. Their record this year was 13-9. They were the Section 1 runner-up. They still are the defending 2-time Lancaster-Lebanon League champions. Their lineup, they feature a young lineup with only 1 senior in their starting lineup each game. That was Cam Tirado. They started out this, as Rob had mentioned earlier, they started out the season 0-3, but began playing more consistently. Tested in their last game with a 103-75 loss to Central York. Jamar Paulus is the team's leading scorer with 17.1 points per game. He scored 41 on 115 against McCaskey. Antonio Tirado, who's a junior, averaged 10.8 points per game. And Cam Tirado, his cousin, is a senior, averaged 8.2 points per game. Those are usually the next 2 top scorers. Several other players that contribute on a regular basis are Jackson Smith, who also happens to be the coach's son. Kai Speaks, whose brother Danny Speaks was on last year's team. Jackson Bechtel, who's a sophomore, and father is Lebanon great Mike Bechtel, who played at Princeton, and Steven Reyes, a sophomore who's the starting quarterback on the football team, younger brother of Fernando Marquez, who was a Lebco Player of the Year 2 years ago.
All right, can you tell us a little about Octorara now?
Octorara had a very, very good year. They were 20-1. Their only loss was to Downingtown West on 130. Their head coach is Gene Lambert. This is the first time they won the Section 3 championship. They were 10-0 in the section. They are led by seniors Vito Vespi, who averaged 14.6 points per game, and Vincent Thaler, who 2 days ago recently hit 1,000 points in his career. They also have Chase Fetra, who's averaging 11.1 points per game, Lazo Cristo, who's 10.7 points per game, and as a team, they're averaging 65.4 points per game.
All right, thanks, Matt. That's the story on both of our teams. It's going to be an exciting matchup. And despite being the underdog, we have to remember that Cedar Crest is the 2-time defending champions of the Lancaster-Lebanon League playoffs. Looks to be a great game, big battle on the court. We're excited to bring this to you, thanks in part to Lebanon Federal Credit Union. All right, welcome back. We are excited. Matt is going to take us through the Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster's players to watch for today's game.
So for Cedar Crest, OAL player of the game earlier this season against Lebanon. He averages 10.8 points per game. We have seen him bring in 20-point plus on most nights. He excels in playing in the Coach Smith system of keeping and moving the ball with quick distribution. For Octorara, we have number 20, Vito Vespi. Vespi is a senior averaging 14.6 points per game. In some recent games, he has consistently been scoring in the 14 to 20 point per game range. He's been a versatile player of the Braves in and around the paint.
Well, I know I'm excited to watch both of these players today, and it's going to be a great game. Can't wait to watch.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
All right, and welcome back to this Lancaster-Lebanon League playoff quarterfinal matchup between the Section 1 runner-up Cedar Crest Falcons and the Section 3 champion, the Octorara Braves. Starters for Cedar Crest tonight are Jamar Paulus, Antonio Tirado, Cam Tirado, Steven Reyes, and Jackson Bechtold.
And for the Braves, we have 13 Carter Lambert, 4 Laszlo Cristo, 23 Chase Fetro, 21 Vincent Thaler, and 20 Vito Vespi.
We are ready for the tip, and it is controlled by Cedar Crest. We had the tip right on time at 12:02. A quick drive there by Antonio Tirado off the glass for the game's first bucket.
Cedar Crest coming out in man-to-man.
Laszlo Cristo is on the point for Octorara. He swings it over the wing, looking to the drive down. We had to go up in the middle. The ball is loose, but it is recovered again by Vito Vespo. And then it bounces off of Vincent Thaler. It will be Cedar Crest ball with 7:29 left in the first quarter. Jamar Paulus bringing the ball down the court for Cedar Crest. Looks to make a move, looks right underneath the basket, found a wide open Jackson Bechtold, misses the layup though. But it was rebounded and then scored by Jamar Paulus, who's now 4-0 Cedar Crest off to the early lead here at Octorara. Ball is on the wing with Thaler. He's looking for somebody to cut. Cedar Crest is locked in defensively so far today, making Octorara work for every dribble and every movement that they are making. Christo drives in the middle, looking for an opening. Got Thaler on the wing. Into the middle, the pull-up jumper from the elbow. Little long. Rebounded by Octorara, but thrown away then. Driving. Kicks it over. Out for the wide open three. Off the rim and rebounded by Octorara.
Octorara looks a little bit nervous to start.
That may settle him down as Chase Fretro hits one from about 18 feet away. Ball's in the corner.
Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the bucket.
The crowd is fired up early for this one. A three from the top of the key. No good, off a little bit to the left, and rebounded by Carter Lambert. He's bringing the ball down. Cedar Crest still in a man-to-man defense. The crossover at the top, pass to the wing. Vespi drives, looks for somebody, kicks back up to the top. Shot is blocked there by Jamar Paulus, and he's now on the run, going to the other side. He is fouled on the play. And we will have our first set of free throws here with 5:37 left in the first quarter.
Cedar Crest is doing a very good job defensively of not letting them get in the paint. And they're making them work for every possession.
And that foul is on Chase Fetro. That's his first of the game and our game's first free throw. Paulus does make that first free throw as he rattled it in off the front of the rim. This is now 5-2 in favor of Cedar Crest. Jamar Paulus is lining up for the second free throw. And it's up. It's a little long off the back iron, rebounded by Octorara. Racing down, look for a three from the wing. It is off the front iron, but it is rebounded by Carter Lambert. Kick back up top, another three. That one is good for Laszlo Christo. He ties the game at 5 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds
Octorara
left.
looks like they've settled down a little bit. He's had to get in the game.
Paulus looks, swings out to the corner, drives back in. Off the front iron, back up again. That one falls in for Cedar Crest. Steven Reyes gives them the lead again at 7-5. There's a double team. The trap works as Cedar Crest gets the ball there with a steal by Cam Torado. Jamar Paulus driving, kicks to the wing, right down the middle. Rebound there by Steven Reyes. Our ball does go off Octorara as they tried to save it there. Laszlo Christo just could not gather it under control. And we have our first timeout in the game. Octorara is deciding to call that timeout.
One thing on the road is if you're the road team, you always want the home team taking that first timeout.
At this time, we would like to thank some of our sponsors. First, we would like to thank the Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster for sponsoring our inaugural season of Lebco Sports Live coverage. Serving the bone, joint, and muscle needs of the region since 1972, Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster provides experienced, specialized orthopedic care to Lancaster and surrounding communities. With convenient locations in Lancaster, Lebanon, Spookynook, Willow Street, and Ephrata, working as a team with each patient, our experts deliver personalized treatment and support that always puts patients first. The Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is proud to offer accessible, compassionate care close to home. As the area's first walk-in orthopedic urgent care facility, they understand how critical and timely care is after an injury. Orthopedic urgent care offers prompt evaluation, diagnosis, and often immediate treatment by orthopedic associates, eliminating the need for an emergency room visit. No appointment is necessary, and most insurances are accepted. So we are back underway. Cedar Crest is inbounding from the sideline, throws to the back court to Jamar Paulus. Walking it up the court. There's a pick at the top. Goes around, he's driving the lane, looks, kicks out to the corner. They dribble drive right back into the middle. Oh, bucket goes off the back iron, shot there by Jackson Bechtold.
Cedar Crest does a great job spreading out the defense, try to get some penetration in the lane for the drive and kick. Just didn't work that time.
And a bucket down low by Vincent Thaler once again. He recently hit the 1,000-point mark, so he is doing what he always does, scoring points. Jamar Paulus fighting, gets his own rebound, forces it back up, does get the foul called, and he will go to the line for 2 more. So Jamar Paulus is heading to the line, and that was the first foul on senior Vito Vespe. Free throw is good, which will take the score to 8-7 in favor of Cedar Crest with 3:54 left in the first quarter. Octorara with 2 fouls. Cedar Crest with 0 at this point in the quarter.
Jaden Truss and Jackson Smith coming for Crest.
And Paulus makes them both. It is 9-7 in favor of Cedar Crest. Octorara bringing it back down the court. Vespe drives, throws it off of Jackson Smith there as a nice play to make sure they kept the ball as Barry heads up. Looking for an inbounder for Octorara. It's going to be brought in by Laszlo Christo. Kicks it up to the top, swings back to the corner. Looking for some of his driving. Good defense out there by Jaden Truss. Forces the ball back to the top of the key where it is corralled.
Jaden Truss, a freshman.
Madison. Octorara moving the ball around nicely now. As Matt said, they seem to have settled in. Looks like there is a body foul there on Jackson Bechtold. That'll be his first of the game. And Octorara inbounding on the end line. They're looking for dribble. The shot goes up, did not catch anything. That was Chase Fetro with the miss and rebounded by Cedar Crest driving down. Shot to the corner, a 3 if it goes, and it does. That's a 3-pointer for Jackson Smith.
If Octorara is going to give Jackson Smith open threes, they're going to be in for a long day. He can really shoot the ball.
He's taken the score to 12-7 in favor of the away team, Cedar Crest. There's a little scramble there for the ball, and it does go off Cedar Crest.
Octorara is the senior team here. They got the older kids here, but Cedar Crest is playing with a lot more poise than them right now.
Octorara inbounding. Ball goes into Chase Fetro. He's dribbling at the top, does a crossover, another crossover, spin moves, looks, had a cutter, goes out to the corner there to LT Madison. Back up at top. Vespe with the ball, swings to an open man at the top of the key for 3, and he got it. Laszlo Christo wide open 3 at the top, makes it 12-10. Cedar Crest brings it down in the corner.
Cedar Crest playing really fast, getting the ball off the floor, trying not to let Octorara get set.
Dribble drive, kick out to Cam Torado. Almost lost it, but he did regain control. Gives it up top to Jamar Paulus. Looks to make a move, looks down low. It is poked away by Vincent Thaler. Nice defensive play, and then Octorara throws it away. Gives it to Jamar Paulus, looking for a layup, and it is good. Brings the score to 14-10 on a quick turnaround there. Excellent heads-up play by Cedar Crest after they lost the ball to press and get it back. Ball is on the wing right now. Looks to dribble drive. Cedar Crest is playing very good
Cedar
defense.
Crest bench is getting up, applauding their defense.
Pump fake on the 3, back to the corner, an open 3 for Chase Fetro. He misses it off the front iron. Quick break for Cedar Crest to Cam Torado. Spin, gives it to Paulus, and he makes it. That is 16-10 now. Great fast break.
That's
bucket.
9 points early in the first quarter here for Paulus.
It's a great fast break and maintaining control by Cam Torado and finding the open man. Laszlo Christo at the top swings it over to the wing. Back to the wing. Vito Vespe looks to drive. He gets a little body foul push there. Foul is on the floor. We will have an inbound on the end line. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Score is Cedar Crest 16 and it's a good pump fake and a body foul there by Jaden Truss. It's okay though. We're going to inbound on the end line. Vito Vespe for 3, short, just a little bit. Rebounded nicely there by Antonio Tirado. Cedar Crest bringing it up the court with Jackson Smith. Finds Antonio Tirado, who was our player to watch at the start of the day.
Both teams out here shooting a lot of three-pointers.
Smith gets into the lane, and what a shot by Jackson Smith. He was stumbling, but he kept control and put it in. That will bring the score to 18-10 for Cedar Crest early on. Ball's out on the wing. Driving. Looks, lost control. Vito Vespi pulls up, and he hits the three. That was a big shot to stop the bleeding. Makes it 18-13
Guys
now.
are out here firing up three-pointers like Mike Brown at the barn.
Jamar Paulus on the wing, dribbling, being defended by Laszlo Cristo. Not putting a lot of pressure on the ball, though now he does. Starts the referee's 5-second clock. Crossover by Paulus, looks, dribble, drive, dips underneath. Oh, and they called a walk on him. Let's look at this. He crosses over and he goes to make a move. You can see him takes one step, two steps, one too many, and it gets called. They launch up at the buzzer and it falls short. What an exciting first quarter here at Octorara. The score is 18-13 in favor of the Section 1 runner-up Cedar Crest. We're going to read a couple more of our sponsors. We would like to thank the YG Productions for making our coverage possible in our very first season. Whether you're looking for photos or videos to remember your big event or want to stream live to your fans, YG Productions has you covered. They will put in the time and effort required to make your project something special. Visit their website and see their portfolio at ygproductions.org. LebcoSports.com, another one of our sponsors, they serve as the leading source for Lebanon County athletic news. Our mission is simple: to celebrate our local athletes. We'd like to thank them and Dan Rao for their support this season. We've also seen a couple replays, and with that, we'd like to thank A&J Pizza in Lebanon for being our replay sponsor. Couldn't have those excellent replays without the support of A&J Pizza. And we would also like to thank the Orthopedic Association of Lancaster for being our scoreboard and player of the game sponsor. Thanks to them, at the end of our game, all players who are elected the player of the game will win an OAL t-shirt and 2 free Lancaster Stormers tickets. We're getting ready to start the second quarter of action. Octorara starts with it trailing by 5, 18-13. Ball goes to the backcourt, controlled by Laszlo Cristo. He takes over the wing. Back to Laszlo.
Circle motion from Octorara offensively.
Ball was stolen there by Jaden Truss with a nice defensive play on senior Vito Vespi. Dribble drive, stops, looks to pull, and we have another travel called on Cedar Crest. It did look like he picked up that pivot foot. He was dribbling and had nowhere to go once he got down to the baseline.
So first leading scorers in the first quarter, we had Jamar Paulus with 9 and Laszlo Cristo with 6 for Octorara.
Yeah, Laszlo Cristo bringing it up, looking down low, and we have another body foul pushing back there on Kai Speaks, number 2. That is his first foul and the first foul of the second quarter with 7:19 left. Into Vespi, he goes up, gets fouled on the shot. He will take 2 shots here. We are at the foul line. His first attempt, Octorara's first attempt actually at the free throw line today. And that foul was on Jaden Truss. That is the freshman's second foul. Got to be careful as we're early in the second quarter, picking up 2 fouls.
Octorara is getting some nice looks. They're just not making any shots right now.
Vito
Once they get settled in a little bit, that will change. And they are getting some good looks, just not making them.
And he did miss that free throw, so he goes again. Ball is up. That one he did get to go. It is now 18-14 with another point for Vito Vespi. Bringing it down the court right now with Steven Reyes for Cedar Crest. Gives it to Jamar Paulus out on the left wing. Dribble, drive, goes up with the right hand. Oh, it bounces out, but the ball was rebounded by Kai Speaks. But he was called for a walk as he fell down to the ground with possession. That is a walk. Go ahead. We're going to look at that replay. Look, there's a great drive by Paulus. Excellent rebound by Speaks, but lost his footing. And when you go down like that, it will be called a travel every time.
Paulus is basically able to get to the rim whenever he wants. I don't know. It's a different backboard here. It's like the moon-shaped backboard. Never seen these before in a high school gym. Could be throwing these kids off a little bit when they're not used to it.
Nice little pump fake down into the middle. That about the elbow. Vespi looks to drive. Great pump fake to get Speaks off the ground and draws the foul. That will be Speaks' second foul, also bringing senior Vespi back to the free throw line with a chance to cut it to 2 if he makes both.
13 foul early.
We're going to look at that replay. You can see the nice curl cut. He dribbles, pump fake, got Speaks off the ground, and then leaned in and got the foul.
Cedar Crest jumping on a lot of shots, so Octorara seems to be seeing that, and they're doing a lot of pump fakes and getting a lot of fouls early here in the second quarter.
Vespi did make the first and now the second free throw. It is a 2-point game, 18-16 in favor of Cedar Crest with 6:36 left in the first half. It is nice to just hear the crowd noise here in this environment. It's a very good environment at home of Section 3 champ Octorara. Small gym, so it's a very intimate setting where the crowd can really be heard. Vespi missed the corner 3, but it is rebounded. Vespi follows again off the front of the rim. Oh my goodness, what a battle down in the paint. And we now have a travel that was called on Octorara. So we're going the other way. Octorara picked up in a
good work on the
press.
offensive boards there for Octorara. He's got to finish it.
Jackson Smith is driving, finds an open man in the corner for 3. It is long, rebounded by Chase Fetrell. He dribbles, finds Vespi. Thought about the long 3, but decides to drive. Looks for an open man. Gets the ball back, ties it up at 18 with an excellent follow through there. Down right in the paint. It is now 18-18. Octorara has now rattled off 8 straight points after being down 18-10. Nice spin move and the bucket there by Antonio Tirado, who was our Orthopedic Associates player to watch as we were starting the game, and that is why right there with a spin and drive like that, I would love to see that again, and here we go. Nice little pass, pump fake, spin move right at the elbow. Gets it down with the finger roll off the glass. Beautifully done. Went through the contact, earned the free throw, a chance for a 3-point play.
Defensively, Cedar Crest, they got to figure out a way to stop number 20, Vespi. He's been figuring out just ways to score, get nice shots the last couple possessions, so got to do a better job on him.
Free throw is good. That's 1, 2, 3 points the hard way. It is now 21-18 in favor of Cedar Crest.
The 1-2-2 zone for Cedar Crest.
Ball in the corner, good pump fake, finds the mid-range jumper, which is a bit of a lost art these days. Great rebound by Carter Lambert, though. Need to box out if you're Cedar Crest. Lambert with a great offensive rebound going back up.
A little chippy after the whistle there. 13 and number 4, Bechtel, had some words.
We're going to look at that again because I want to see Carter Lambert come in. He comes flying, gets all the way up there, out jumps everybody, earns the foul, and a trip to the stripe for 2. He makes the first one after bouncing off the front of the rim and hitting the backboard and in. It's now 21-19 Cedar Crest. But again, Cedar Crest already with 4 fouls this quarter. That one off the back iron. It is 21-19. Jamar Paulus bringing it up quickly. Looks to crossover. Left his feet, and it is hard when you leave your feet if you don't know what you're going to do with the ball. And he looked like he panicked a little bit, threw it out of bounds. It will be Octorara's
2 things you don't want to do outside the three-point line is pick up your dribble and then jump in the air when you're not shooting the ball. Got stuck in between, didn't know where to go with it, threw it out of bounds.
Vespi looks to the corner. There's Lambert. That's a 2 off the front iron.
Quick shot there for Lambert. Probably could have got a better shot out of that.
Jamar Paulus driving. finds the bucket again. He is doing an excellent job getting in the paint, playing it off the glass with a 4-point lead for Cedar Crest. And it is stolen by Paulus. He's on a breakaway. He missed the layup, but it was rebounded beautifully there by Antonio Tirado to be there for the follow-up. Makes it 25-19.
Cedar Crest pressuring the ball out of the zone.
Oh, they
getting a
steal
lot of
against
deflections
Tirado.
and steals.
Tirado lost control of it and did travel as he held the ball on his hip, did a little pirouette, and came back down. Ball will be taken out on the sideline by Laszlo Christo. Down by 6 with 4:14 left in the first half. Goes to the backcourt and Demetrius Hamilton. Paulus is not pressuring the ball, so the ref is not starting the 5-second timer. Vespi's in the corner. Paulus brings it down after the bucket there by Curry. Finds a wide open Steven Reyes under the bucket. Brings it to 27-21.
Good offensive rebound by Octorara. They didn't get back on defense.
Petro pulls up and hits the mid-range jumper nicely. 27-23 now with 3:30 left in the half.
That's your favorite shot, the mid-range jump shot.
Yes, it is. It's a lost art. Paulus bringing it down the court with the crossover into the middle of the lane. Ball is loose on the floor. They're battling for it. Octorara did have it, but they were laying on the baseline, so it will stay with Cedar Crest down their end of the floor. Jamar Paulus will be inbounding. Jackson Smith just came in for Jackson Bechtold. Paulus has it on the wing. Ref starts the 5-second timer as there was pressure. Goes to the wing. Pull-up jumper for Antonio Tirado, mid-range, and he hits it. Excellent dribble drive and pull-up jumper. That was Laszlo Christo driving, getting to the lane, and forcing the foul. He'll earn 2 free throws with 2:59 left in the half, and the score 29-23 in favor of Cedar Crest. What did you think of that drive, Matt?
Octorara's been attacking the basket a lot more here in the second quarter.
He makes the first free throw. And this raucous crowd got so quiet, you could have heard a pin drop on that free throw. Makes it 29-24.
They were settling for a lot of jump shots in the first quarter. A lot more penetration here in the second quarter.
Going for the second free throw. Crowd gets quiet again. And it is good. So we're back to a 4-point game in favor of Cedar Crest. Vincent. We have it Antonio Tirado at the top. Jackson Smith over to Jamar Paulus for 3. Did not get the friendly roll. Is rebounded by Vito Vespi. Looks up, finds an open Demetrius Hamilton. Gets the bucket, cuts the lead to 2 now. Going up to Jamar Paulus pretty quickly in transition.
Cedar Crest gets the ball up the floor quick. Octorara needs to be paying attention.
Good bucket by Jackson Smith. Cedar Crest calls their first timeout of the game, and that gives us an opportunity to shout out another one of our sponsors, A&J Pizza. Get ready for game day with the ultimate Super Bowl feast from A&J Pizza and Restaurant. Whether you're cheering for your team or just here for the snacks, we've got you covered. Grab a large plain pizza for just $12.99 or go big with 30 wings for only $29.99. That's less than $1 per wing. Perfect for sharing while you watch every play, hit, and touchdown. Don't wait until halftime. Place your game day order today. And today's stream is proudly sponsored by Lebanon Federal Credit Union, serving our community since 1969. For more than 5 decades, LFCU has focused on people over profit, offering trusted local banking built on relationships. From everyday checking and savings to loans and financial guidance, they're committed to helping neighbors succeed. When you bank with LFCU, you're supporting a financial partner truly rooted in the community. Thank you to Lebanon Federal Credit Union for supporting today's stream. We are back in the action with Laszlo bringing the ball up. He does find it over to Chase Petro, brings it back to Laszlo Christo. Vespi was down in the middle. Looked like there may have been some contact not called. However, there was contact there, a push in the back by Demetrius Hamilton. Foul going for the rebound. Cedar Crest will take the ball with 2:11 left in the half.
Octorara did a good job attacking the middle of that zone, that 1-2-2 zone. Vespi just bobbled the ball when he caught it in the lane. They got it where they needed to get it, though.
Octorara up strong with the full court press there by Chase Fetro. No support for Jamal Paulus until now. Jackson Smith came up to support, got the ball, gave it right back to Antonio Torado, bringing it up the court. No pressure on the ball. Ref's not starting that 5-second timer. We are at the 2-minute mark of the first half. The score 31-27 Cedar Crest.
Octorara doing a better job defensively of cutting off that drive to the paint. Cedar Crest not getting as many good looks this quarter as they did in the first.
I will say, as the road team underdog with the lead, they're not in any hurry to make a move to the basket right now.
Hard to believe that a two-time Lancaster-Lebanon League champion is an underdog, but you would have to say they are in this game.
Antonio Torado with an excellent drive and score, and now he's stolen. He is going all the way with the left-handed layup. Will bring the score now 35-27, 8-point lead for Cedar Crest. Despite being the road team and the younger team, I do believe Cedar Crest's playoff experience is paying off today.
That's 13 points for Antonio Torado.
We have a substitute coming in. Carter Lambert was going to come in, but they are going to take a timeout.
Good timeout for Octorara. They needed to get that. Cedar Crest is making a little bit of a run here.
Yes, they are. And Octorara has a timeout, so we're going to take one as well. We'll be back shortly with our live Lebco sports coverage.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens, from sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972, caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us.
And the ball is back in. Chase Fetro got it in the backcourt. He's bringing it up, being pressured by senior Cam Torado, though. Excellent defense up there to force the ball out of his hands.
Cedar Crest got out of their zone, back in man-to-man. They were doing a great job in that zone, but Octorara probably called timeout to adjust for that zone, and Coach Smith with a great job of coming back out in man.
And Paulus got a little aggressive there, got beat by his man, tried to get the reach and poke away, ended up catching some of the arm. It is a foul. They are in the bonus.
Octorara just needs to keep attacking the hoop. They got 5 fouls on Cedar Crest, so they need to just keep trying to get those fouls and get those free shots.
First shot by Cristo falls off the front iron. 50 seconds left in the half. It is 35-27 in favor of Cedar Crest. Second one falls. It is good. 35-28. Octorara back in the full court press. The ball does get in, though, to Jamar Paulus nicely. Bringing it up the far side of the court.
Little full court man on the ball, pressure, trying to make Cedar Crest work a little bit, bringing the ball up the floor.
If I was Octorara, I would try to pressure the ball a little bit more here so they have a chance to get the ball back. If they don't pressure, the ref's not going to start their 5-second timer. They may not see the ball again this half.
Cedar Crest content just running this half out, up 7 on the road. They're content taking the last shot here.
Jackson Smith brings it back out again. They're now down to 15 seconds left in the half. Ball goes to Paulus. He's not in any hurry either. 10 seconds, probably going to look to make a move now, and he does. Lost the ball, but gives it back out to Jackson Smith. Open 3 off the left iron. 2 seconds left. They launch the full court shot. It falls harmlessly to the ground, and that will bring our first half of action to a close. Excellent first half. The score is 35-28 in favor of Cedar Crest. Coaches and players heading to their locker room for their halftime chat. Just going to take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. Some of our replays, again, brought to us by A&J Pizza. They are our replay sponsor today. Couple great dribble drives. Dribble drive, kick out for the 3 there on that replay. Beautiful shot there by Vespi, and an excellent first half. We'll see how the teams come out after halftime.
Tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster has been providing comprehensive sports medicine care for athletes of all ages and skill levels for over 50 years. The doctors serve our community through the education and treatment of sports-related ligament and cartilage injuries, overuse injuries, bursitis, tendonitis, and shoulder, elbow, hip, knee, and ankle pain. From weekend warriors to high school all-stars, your expert care team is ready for you at Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster. Visit fixbix.com for more information. Walk-ins are welcome 7 days a week with extended weeknight and weekend hours in Lancaster, as well as weekday hours at 11, Spooky Note Sports, Willow Street, and Effort locations. Learn more at fixbones.com. And neither should you. When the unexpected happens, the orthopedic urgent care at Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is ready for all your urgent bone, joint, and muscle needs. Please welcome back to the floor for Octorara High.
And we're back with Lebco Sports, Cedar Crest versus Octorara. Some first half numbers for you. Leading scorer for Cedar Crest, Antonio Tirado with 13. Jamar Paulus with 11. Jackson Smith with 7. And Stephen Reyes with 4. For Octorara, we have Lazo Cristo with 9. Vito Vespi with 8. Chase Fetro with 4, Vincent Thaler with 4, Demetrius Hamilton with 2, and Carter Lambert with 1.
It was a very exciting first half here at Octorara's home floor. Now, Matt, as a basketball coach yourself, put yourself in Coach Lambert's shoes. What are you telling your team at halftime to get this home crowd back into the game?
They need to keep attacking the hoop like they did in the second quarter, did a better job, cut the lead down to 2. Then Cedar Crest switched to that zone, and Octorara had a little bit of issue with that. Cedar Crest is doing a great job. Hey, an hour and 30-minute drive down here. Not an easy trip. Looking over at their bench, they got a lot of experience. They have, Coach Spiro this year from Lebanon, a lot of championships there. Tommy Smith's got a lot of championships, a lot of experience, and they know Cedar Crest was going to come out ready. At this point, Cedar Crest is in the driver's seat. They're on the road. They're up 7. A lot of pressure on Octorara here to kind of close this gap. They need to come out here early in the third quarter. Try to get this game close. They can get Cedar Crest to get an early timeout here. But they seem to attack the hoop. They settled for a lot of jump shots early. When they were going to the basket, drawing fouls, that's where they cut the lead. Do a better job against that zone. So Cedar Crest was attacking them, trapping them. They were turning the ball over a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with all that. As we are ready to get started with the second half, ball goes into Antonio Tirado in the backcourt. Teams have switched sides. Paulus is driving. He did get his toe on the baseline there. It was very close. Excellent call by the officials there. Early turnover for Cedar Crest with 7:50 left in the third quarter.
Octorara came out. They were started in man, but then they trapped the ball. It's something we didn't see in the first half for them. So you can already tell Coach made some adjustments at halftime.
And now an early turnover right back by Octorara. Antonio Tirado bringing the ball down the court, up by 7 with 7:30 left in the third quarter. Left-handed dribble drive, goes up with the left hand. Oh, thought it was going to fall, just bounced out. Rebounded there by Vincent Thaler. Ball goes to the wing. Big three-pointer there by Carter Lambert to start the scoring of the second half. Cuts the lead to 4, 35-31. Jamar Paulus with a drive. He is called for a walk. Coach Smith not happy with the call. Thought it was the Euro step. Official called the travel, and we are going the other direction here with Octorara.
Cedar Crest struggling with a little bit of this trapping, a little bit of pressure to start the second half.
Ball out to Vespe in the wing. No pressure. Cedar Crest staying back. Another three for Lambert. Almost same spot, same result. Another three-pointer. Cuts the lead to 1 early with 6:45 left in the third quarter. That is 6 straight points for junior Carter Lambert to start this half.
Nice flare screen at the top for Octorara to get Lambert open on that.
That was a rush shot by Cam Tirado. Missed it, but it was stolen back by Antonio Tirado. And a nice block there by Vincent Thaler. Let's take another look at that. That's an excellent block. The ball was turned over there. Quick, Toronto's driving. Driving, goes up and gets blocked. And while we were looking at that replay, Cam Toronto drives again, and it was blocked again by Vincent Thaler. Three-pointer, the place would have erupted had that gone in, but Jameer Paulus with the rebound. They are going to call a goaltend. Good bucket. Ball was touched by the defense. Let's look at that again.
A little bit of a rule change this year. Slap the backboard. It's now a good bucket. So the ball definitely hit the backboard, and he slapped it.
Yeah, you see that in the NBA a lot where the ball goes off the backboard and then touched by a defender. That's what happened there. So it is 2 points for Cedar Crest. Stops the bleeding there after an early 6-0 run by Octorara to start the half. Lead back up to 3, 37-34. Looked like a kick. Octorara wanted a kick ball, but it didn't look intentional, so the ball does go to Cedar Crest. Cam Toronto dribble, drive, looks, swings out to the corner. It is poked away there by Chase Fettrell.
Octorara doing a great job of getting in the passing lanes.
Toronto brings it in to Jackson Bechtold. Looks up. That was a shot from about 17 feet away off the back iron there by Steven Reyes. Jameer Paulus has it up top to Antonio Toronto. Looking for some space, comes back over to Jameer Paulus again. Dribble drive, crossover to the left, stops, pulls up off the back iron, rebounded there nicely by Vito Vespe. Carter Lambert is testing his luck from the exact same spot. Oh, and then a turnover, followed by another turnover. Immediate back-to-back turnovers, first by Cedar Crest and then by Octorara. Yeah, let's look at those turnovers again.
Little heat check by Lambert there on that last possession. Had made 2 in a row.
Cam Toronto threw it away, and then it was immediately thrown right back by Vespe. Toronto bringing the ball up the court on the near side. The Octorara crowd trying to get back into it, trying to will their team to play some defense. Toronto up on the wing, far side. He's got some space, looks across over, going to the right side. Looks to make a pass. It is poked away there by Vincent Thaler and then stolen by Vespe. And Toronto aggressive, trying to get the ball back, reaches in, and it is a foul by Cam Toronto. Yeah, we're going to look at that one again. He threw it away, it was poked away. Then we've got Vespe bringing it down. Toronto thought he could get in there, but he did reach, did get some of it.
Toronto limping off. Looks like he may have hurt a knee or a hip on that play.
Jackson Smith came in there for Toronto after that apparent injury. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Dribble spin, pulls up over the defense, rattles around, doesn't fall in. Paulus with the rebound, looks up. It's aggressive. What a great catch. What a great spin underneath. Excellent play by Steven Reyes. Excellent heads-up play. Looked like he was catching a touchdown there on the sideline.
He's used to throwing those, not catching those. Quarterback for the Cedar Crest football team.
Dribble drive there by Laszlo Christo does pick up the blocking foul there on Steven Reyes. We're going to have Christo taking a shot here. He's got 2 from the free throw line. First one is up and good, brings the score 39-35 in favor. Cedar Crest with 4:07 left in the third quarter. Cedar Crest has 2 fouls this half with 0 for Octorara.
Octorara made a nice run to start this quarter. Cedar Crest doing a good job of kind of fighting that off a little bit.
Yeah, but Cedar Crest is going to have to get those rebounds if they want to keep this lead. Oh, Laszlo Christo thought that Carter Lambert was going to cut. Carter didn't think he could get there, so he stopped. The ball goes out of bounds, thrown away.
At the back door, I think Lambert might have stopped his cut. He had him, though.
Reyes missed the 3 off the back iron. Goes up. That's a 3 if it goes, and it goes. Jackson Smith hits another one. You talked about that earlier, Matt, that you cannot leave Jackson Smith open because he can shoot.
I think his dad, Tommy, the coach, may be the all-time leading three-point shooter at Cedar Crest. Looks like he gets that shooting from his dad.
Chase Fetro drives, kicks out to Carter Lambert, trying another three. That's his third one of the quarter. It is now 42-38 after Carter Lambert's third three. Nobody talked, and Octorara did poke the ball from behind. Vespi goes up for layup, could not get it to fall. Reyes with the rebound, bringing it back up. Jamar Paulus going up quick on the left side with a crossover, goes up, bodies, got the foul called. Wasn't sure if the official was going to blow the whistle on that one, but he did. That will send Paulus to the line to shoot two. But
game has been a little physical, but the refs are doing a good job of calling them when they need to.
Paulus at the line shooting two. We're going to take a moment just to talk about the hot shooting start of this quarter by Carter Lambert. He's now hit 3 threes. I believe he's taken 4. 3 of 4 for this quarter, 9 points. Paulus at the line, trying to push the lead to 5 with 3:01 left in the third. He missed them both. That's an opportunity there. Oh, and then foul on Kai Speaks. He's been aggressive today. He's had a couple of those fouls that Coach Smith is going to say were a little bit silly. That's his third. He had 2 quick ones in the first half.
Never want to see that foul 94 feet from the basket. Just got a little overly aggressive. Speaks and Truss back in the game for Cedar Crest.
Excellent catch, though, by Cristo to keep the ball in. Another three-pointer. It is good by Chase Fetro. And just like that, we have a 1-point game here, ladies and gentlemen. Octorara battling back from the three-point line. We had a push there. Looks like it's going to be on Carter Lambert. Let's take a look at that. So that was an excellent catch. Swing to the corner and a 3 to cut it to 1.
Octorara found something on the backside of these against Cedar Crest. They're just throwing it over top. It could open looks. We have a foul on Kai Speaks, his 4th.
We're going to take a look at this again. He drives, and you can see he drives and lowers the shoulder. That's why it's going to be called offensive foul. It's going to be called every time when you lower that shoulder and go into somebody.
Got Laszlo Crystal down underneath the bucket, holding his rib cage area. That's a tough foul. I mean, Speaks is a big kid, a football player.
Okay, we're gonna, while they are tending to Laszlo Crystal, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back in the action momentarily.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit oalfixbones.com to save your spot online today.
Laszlo Crystal made his way off the court. Should be okay. We'll check to see if he can make it back in. Octorara's ball. They are moving quick this half. They're not wasting any time. Goes to the middle. Thought about the 3. Dribble drives. Looks, pull up, turn around. Falls short. Ball is loose. Guys are diving all over the floor. Everyone's down. What are we going to get called? And they call a jump ball.
Ref had to come in and separate. Some talking during that scrum. We got 3 from Cedar Crest being talked to by the ref right now.
Let's look at that aggression there. The ball is on the ground. You got to give these guys credit. They're leaving it all on the floor. Look, there are 4 guys diving after that ball. You know that this game means a lot to these players.
Still some talking going on. Refs doing a good job.
After the jump ball, possession is remaining with Octorara. Side out of bounds on the near side.
Some of the Lancaster-Lebanon League's finest refs here today.
Ball goes to the corner. Carter Lambert, he thought about it because he is on fire this half. They're slowing it down. Baylor gives it up to LT Madison. Gives it back out to Vespi. He drives, looks.
I don't know, number 3 for Cedar Crest is starting to get into a little bit with Octorara. Getting some frustration here.
We're going to look at this again as Vespi drives. Looks like Paulus went for the ball, and he just held on to the ball. I didn't see anything extracurricular. Crowd got into it a little bit. They are getting excited because they know what is on the line here. This is their first time being section champs. They're in the playoffs here. They're the home team. They're trying to cheer their team on against a two-time defending LL League champ, Cedar Crest. They have the chance to tie and take the lead on these. It is now tied at 42 after that free throw from Vespi. Looks to take the lead for the first time in a while.
Definitely some frustration from Cedar Crest right now. Octorara came out, kind of took it to him, and Cedar Crest getting a little frustrated out here.
Are you surprised that you're not seeing a timeout from Coach Smith after this little run here?
They don't get a bucket here, and Octorara scores. You'll probably see one. They're going to need to kind of kill this momentum a little bit.
Yeah,
Octorara knocks down a shot here. They're probably going to get a timeout.
Jackson Bechtel missed the layup underneath. I don't think he was expecting to be as open as he was. He was bracing for contact that didn't come.
Sometimes you need that timeout just to calm your guys down, just to talk to them, just to get them regrouped.
Vespi's driving. Kicks out to Fetro, back to Vespi, looks to drive. Foul was called, however, it was on the floor, not a shooting foul, so they will get the ball on the baseline.
That should be 2 shots. They're over the limit.
Thank you, Matt. I missed that they were over the limit. That was a good catch by you, so it will be 2 shots with Vespi with the chance to extend the lead.
You can definitely tell Paulus from Cedar Crest is getting a little frustrated right now.
Well, I would say that being a sophomore on this team with 8 seniors last year, so he would have been a freshman. Not sure how much playing time he would have had last year. This could be his first time in this environment. Vespi misses the second, did make the first, so it is 44-42 in favor of Octorara.
Haven't seen much from Antonio Torado this quarter. Octorara doing a good job on him.
Jackson Smith going to the line for 2 here with a chance to tie. He's pretty lights out from deep. Let's see how he is going from the free throw stripe with the pressure on him. First one came up a little short. Chance to cut it to 1. That one is good, so it is now 43-44 with 1:15 left in the third quarter. Quick 3, Vespi knocks it down, extends the lead to 4. He did not hesitate on that shot at all.
Octorara shooting the ball much better this half. And he came right into Rob's lap on the table.
Jackson Smith with the drive there. He earned 2 shots with that drive there. He went hard to the bucket, got fouled. Misses the first one again, just like the last trip down. Has a chance now to cut it to 3.
Second foul on Thaler there.
Unlike last time, he missed them both here instead of picking up one. Still a 4-point game with 57 seconds left. Carter Lambert from the elbow makes it. He's on fire this half now with his 11th point of the quarter. Extends the lead to 6, 49-43.
That's a quick shot from Cedar Crest. He probably should have held for a better shot.
That was freshman Jaden Truss. Probably wants to put his mark on this game. Thought he had it. That was a quick shot there by Laszlo Cristo. Was fouled by Antonio Torado. He will be shooting 2 with the score 43-49. We're going to take a look at that replay. With a nice little spin move, pulled up. He felt Torado coming from behind him and kind of hesitated on the shot to draw the contact. Made the first free throw as well by Cristo. Takes it to 50-43.
Cedar Crest just needs to remain poised here. Like I said, they were getting a little frustrated here in this quarter. They just need to remain their composure. Coach Smith will get them where they need to be for that fourth quarter, but the kids just got to remain poised.
Laszlo Cristo makes both of them. It's an 8-point lead. I believe that is their largest lead of the game. And it's coming at a critical point with 27 seconds left. But Jameer Paulus stops the bleeding with a dribble drive and one. Count the bucket. We're going to look at that replay. Watch this move. No hesitation on the drive. Pulls up. Goes through the contact, off the glass and rim, and in. Excellent play.
Octorara had been doing a great job of stopping those drives up till that point.
One shot to cut it to 5. Missed it.
Cedar Crest really struggling from the line here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've left 4 points out there on missed free throws this half. Chase Fetro with the ball at the top. Looks like they're going to settle for the last shot. There's 5 seconds left. Dribble drive. Kicks out. Vespi for 3. That's a dagger right there, ladies and gentlemen. Huge shot as time expired. 54-45. 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. As we head to the fourth quarter, we would like to thank the Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster for sponsoring our inaugural season of Lebco Sports Live coverage, serving the bone, joint, and muscle needs of the region since 1972. Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster provides experienced, specialized orthopedic care to Lancaster and surrounding communities, with convenient locations in Lancaster, Lebanon, Spooky-Nook, Willow Street, and Ephrata. Working as a team with each patient, our experts deliver personalized treatment and support that always puts patients first. Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is proud to offer accessible, compassionate care close to home. As the area's first walk-in orthopedic urgent care facility, they understand how critical and timely care is after an injury. Orthopedic urgent care offers prompt evaluation, diagnosis, and often immediate treatment by orthopedic specialists, eliminating the need for an emergency room visit. No appointment is necessary, and most insurances are accepted. We'd also like to thank YG Productions for making our coverage possible in our first season. Whether you're looking for photos or videos to remember your big event or want to stream live to your fans, YG Productions has you covered. They will put in the time and effort required to make your project something special. Visit their website and see their portfolio at ygproductions.org. We're ready to start this fourth quarter here.
26-10, Octorara in that third quarter. They got 11 from Lambert and 9 from Vespi in that quarter.
And a quick turnover by Cedar Crest as the ball goes down by Chase Festrell. Carter Lambert dribbles. He's been the hot hand this quarter, or this half, excuse me. I wonder if he'll keep shooting. Ball goes out to Vespi.
Octorara needs to make Cedar Crest come out and play, and they're up 9. No need to rush anything.
Out on the wing, thought about the 3, dribble drives, goes up, fights through contact, gets the bucket. It's now an 11-point lead for Octorara. This is something they have done all year. They've been down in games and have fought back and fought back. They have been tested. It wasn't a walk-through season, but that's a big shot there by Steven Reyes. 3-pointer from the wing, 56-48 now with 6:50 left in the game.
Octorara was down 18 to Lancaster Catholic at one point this year, came back and won, so they're not going to panic when they're down. Quick shot there, though, by Octorara.
Carter Lambert came up short on that 3 attempt after the ones he made in the third quarter. Paulus drives up, gets the bucket, cuts the lead back to 6. That's 5 quick points for Cedar Crest here.
17 points for Paulus now. Leading scorer in the game is Vespi from Octorara with 20. Or 17, sorry.
Chase Fetro's got it on the wing. Looks to settle this down a little bit. Gives the ball over to Laszlo Cristo. Glad to see he's back in the game after he took that charge from Paulus halfway through the third quarter. Trotta reached from behind. Good give to Lambert. He is fouled. Way to fight through the contact there to get the shot up.
Looks like we have a technical foul on Cedar Crest.
Let's take a look and see what happened.
Had something to say to him after the layup. That's just frustration right there. The foul and the technical.
Gets a little bit of confusion first as they were all lined up at the key, which with the technical, he will be taking those shots without anybody at the key.
That's not a good spot for that shooting foul. 2 shots for the shooting foul, 2 shots for the technical, and they get the ball. This could be a big 4 shots here for Octorara.
Makes the first one. This could end up being 7 points that they can get from that one foul, if you think about it. If they make all 4 free throws and then maybe hit a 3 once we're back live, that's huge. Vespi knocks down both technicals.
These kids have been poised up till about halfway through the 3rd quarter. They're young, a bunch of 10th graders, starting to show their age a little bit. Octorara's a bunch of seniors. They're playing very, very poised right now. Cedar Crest is kind of coming apart at the seams here.
Carter Lambert, despite his hot shooting from the 3-point line, missed that one. Still 58-50 though in favor of Octorara with 5:59 left in the 4th. Lambert's got one more free throw and then Octorara will get the ball.
This is where senior leadership on a veteran team helps kind of calm the guys down.
Missed that one as well, so I could say that may have been the best case scenario there for Cedar Crest after the technical, only giving up 2 from the free throw line. Now they just have to play defense with it still 58-50 with 5:59 left to go in the game. They need to find leadership from somebody out on the court. Who's it going to be? Big cut there by Vespi.
It's a misdirection, nice backdoor.
The lead is 10 with 5:45 to go.
Vespi up to 20.
Mir Paulus looks to drive. Kicks it out to Smith. A little bit short. Rebounded there by Chase Fetro. Oh, Carter Lambert in the middle. Goes up. Fought through some contact. Thought we may have seen an and one. We did not, but it's a good bucket. Coach Tommy Smith wants to talk about it with his guys. He's taking a timeout. While he's taking that timeout, we would like to recognize some of our other sponsors. LebcoSports.com serves as the leading source for Lebanon County athletic news. Our mission is simple, to celebrate our local athletes. We'd like to thank them and Dan Rao for their support this season. We'd also like to thank A&J Pizza as you get ready for game day with the ultimate Super Bowl feast from A&J Pizza and Restaurant. Whether you're cheering for your team or just here for the snacks, we've got you covered. Grab a large plain pizza for just $12.99 or go big with 30 wings for only $29.99. Like I said earlier, less than $1 a wing. Perfect for sharing while you watch every play, hit, and touchdown. Don't wait until halftime. Place your game day order today.
Cedar Crest definitely needed that timeout. Good timeout by Coach Smith.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that last replay real quick. That excellent drive. As you can see, Carter Lambert drives, fights through, I thought, apparent contact. Looks like he missed him, though, with a great maneuver in the air to drop that bucket. Excellent play there by Lambert to take the lead to 12.
Octorara definitely playing with more energy here down the stretch. Cedar Crest kind of, some heads are down, so hopefully Coach Smith's timeout gets them back in this game.
You can see that with young teams sometimes if they're not used to playing down. Paulus drives, found Jackson Bechtold in the paint. He went up. The foul was on the floor, so we're going to inbound with Jackson Smith at the baseline. Looks, ball goes into Paulus at the corner. I'm sorry, that is not Paulus. That was Jaden Truss. My apologies. Now it's up to Paulus up top.
Cedar Crest needs to go back to doing what they do. Paulus on those drives and kicks or getting to the basket. Good drive there by Paulus.
He almost got that to fall for the and one. We're going to take a look at that replay. You see Jamar Paulus told Trotter to get out of the way. He drove down, picks up the foul there on a reach-in by Vincent Thaler. We'd like to thank A&J Pizza in Lebanon for being our replay sponsor today. That's what's allowing us to take a look at these great plays again. Paulus makes the first, so it's 62-51 with 5:02 left. They still have an opportunity to fight back into this. They're going to need a couple stops and need to get smart shots and buckets. Oh, Truss Had the rebound, lost it though, is fought by Carter Lambert there, and it rolls off a Truss's arm. Had an opportunity for an offensive rebound off that free throw miss.
Not there yet, but Cedar Crest really needs to get a stop here. It's not danger zone, but
excellent turnover there. Nice play by Smith. Finds Tirado in the corner. Gets it back up to Paulus on the wing. He's driving. Up and in. Cuts the lead down to 9 there with a great drive by Paulus. Cedar Crest, they know that it is getting down to crunch time. They are starting the full court press here with Smith.
It's 20 points for Paulus. Cedar Crest going back in the game. They need to be doing a lot more of the driving, trying to get to the bucket.
Laszlo Cristo up top. Goes over to Thaler on the wing. Back out.
Octorara just needs to be patient here. No need to rush anything.
His drive. He's going the whole way. Finds Vincent Thaler, the recent 1,000-point scorer for Octorara, and he's going to get an opportunity for 2 more from the stripe.
Octorara is doing a great job on these drives where the guys aren't just standing at the three-point line. They're making cuts to the basket, getting a lot of layups out of it. Oftentimes you see teams that just like to plant a guy in the corner and they drive and kick. Octorara doing a great job of getting to the basket on these drives.
First free throw is good there for Vincent Thaler. We have a substitute. Steven Reyes is coming back in. And he is coming back in for Jackson Bechtold. As we are getting down to the end of this game, we'd like to thank the Orthopedic Associates Lancaster for being our scoreboard and player of the game sponsor. Thanks to them, for all of our players of the game will win an OAL t-shirt and 2 free Lancaster Stormers tickets. Free throw made there by Thaler again. Timeout called by Octorara, full timeout with an 11-point lead. We'd also like to thank Lebanon Federal Credit Union, as today's stream is proudly sponsored by Lebanon Federal Credit Union, serving our community since 1969. For more than 5 decades, LFCU has focused on people over profit, offering trusted local banking built on relationships. From everyday checking and savings to loans and financial guidance, they're committed to helping neighbors succeed. When you bank with LFCU, you're supporting a financial partner truly rooted in the community. Thank you to Lebanon Federal Credit Union for supporting today's dream.
Octorara coach is probably just telling them we're up 11, 4 minutes left. No need to rush anything on the offensive end of the floor. Now, if you're Cedar Crest coach, if you're Coach Smith, you gotta stress to your guys. They gotta pressure the ball. You gotta try to get some steals. You gotta try to get some stops. I would expect them to probably come out with some full court pressure here. Octorara just needs to be patient.
And what I would like to note is that if they are aggressive and they are pressing the ball, possession error right now is favoring Octorara. So even if there's a jump ball will stay with Octorara, but maybe you want to force that jump ball so then the next opportunity it's yours. Ball comes into Jackson Smith with 4 minutes left in this ball game. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. It is 64-53 in favor of the home team, Octorara, Section 3 champs.
First time we've seen zone from Octorara, which is good, trying to slow Cedar Crest down, make them work for their buckets, no quick shots.
Reyes' 3 went off the back iron. Tirado tried to throw it off of Octorara, missed him. Then there is a foul there in the backcourt.
Good box out by Octorara down here. And Cedar Crest they got to get some shots up. They're down 11. Octorara switching to that zone is going to make them work for their shots.
Other thing to note is that Cedar Crest now has 4 fouls in the quarter. So any foul from here on out, Octorara is going to the stripe.
If you're Octorara, you're content just trying to get an open shot. Make Cedar Crest come out and play you. They forced a turnover there.
Cedar Crest needs a bucket on this possession. I feel like it's almost a dire condition if they don't get a bucket on this possession right now with only 3:20 left.
It is almost a must-score possession here for Cedar Crest.
It also doesn't need to be a 3. I think sometimes when you're down by a lot, you think you need a 3-pointer, but any bucket will work. You just need a bucket.
I will say we have not seen Cam Tirado, since he limped off the floor, so I'm wondering if there's some type of injury going on there with him.
That was a great drive there in dish. Bucket by Jaden Truss to cut the lead to 9 with 2:50 left.
Cam Tirado may be one of their best, if not their best defender, so him being out has definitely hurt Cedar Crest this half.
Carter Lambert lifted his pivot foot there on that drive. Another turnover. That's back-to-back possessions with turnovers for Octorara, giving Cedar Crest a little bit of life, down 9 with 2:41 in the fourth.
Another possession here where they don't need a three. Just take your best shot, but they can't waste too much time. They're down 9.
Ball goes to Paulus on the wing. He drives, looks to draw contact, and he does.
A lot of control on that drive. Got the call.
We're going to take a look at that replay. I don't know if he was on the floor, if they called it shooting. Let's see with the crossover drive. Looks like they called the push while he was still on the floor. Ball goes inbounds. It is a sloppy throw, turned over, stolen, intercepted, scored by Vincent Thaler. Then a reach-in foul on Octorara. If there's one thing they don't want to do, Octorara does not want to pick up that 5th foul, so they're sending Cedar Crest to the line with an opportunity to score points and the clock stop.
Octorara definitely playing like the veteran team here. Cedar Crest making some mistake. That throw in there, he wasn't open.
Steven Reyes. Paulus looks to drive. Looks like they were trying to draw a charge. Did not get a charge. It is a block on
Paulus grabbing his knee.
We're going to take a look at that replay because Laszlo Cristo was attempting to draw the charge. You can see his foot was moving, and he did kind of just stick his right knee out a little bit. And Octorara did exactly what I said they needed to avoid doing. They picked up their 5th foul, so now any foul that they commit, Cedar Crest is at the line shooting 2, and the clock stopped.
Cristo is in good position. Sometimes when you get those feet wider than your shoulders outside the frame of your body, they're going to make that call. Probably why he got that one there. He would have been straight up, probably would have been a charge, but he had his feet spread outside the frame. It's probably why they called it against Cristo and not going the other way.
Paulus missed the first, still an 11-point game. Another trip to the line with missed opportunities. Missed them both. That hurts considering there's only 2 minutes left in this game and they're down 11. Had to pull up the
3
full
for 8
press.
from the line for Paulus this game.
And I think Paulus' knee got banged up a little bit on that drive. They were going to sub him out. Chase Fethro with a big 3. Extends the lead to 14. Jackson Smith tries to respond and does with a 3 of his own. Minute 37 left. It's an 11-point game.
It's 14 for Smith. Game's leading score is Vespi with 21.
We're going to take a look at that replay there. It was a great drive, kick out, big 3 there by Jackson Smith. He's hit a couple. We have this timeout. We're going to take one of our own. We'll be back with more to come after this.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
And welcome back to Octorara for this quarterfinal matchup between the Section 3 champ Octorara Braves and the Section 1 runner-up Cedar Crest Falcons, who are the 2-time defending champion, but it looks like unless there's a drastic turnaround, they may have an early exit this year. There is a foul right after the inbound by Cedar Crest. Going to the line will be senior Laszlo Cristo for 2. With an 11-point lead with a 1:36 left in this game.
Octorara up 11. It's not looking great for Cedar Crest. They're going to be disappointed, but you got to remember they graduated 8 seniors. So for Coach Smith to have this group losing most of their playing time from last year. Did a great job with this group. I mean, this is a team that's going to be here next year and the following year. Only going to get better from here. They lose one senior in Cam Tirado. I would expect that they're going to be a force in this conference or this league next 2 years.
Missed the second free throw, but got the offensive rebound. That is a huge mistake by Cedar Crest to not box out on that free throw. Going back to the line for two more is Laszlo Cristo again with 1:30 left. And Matt, I was going to add on to what you said. They lost all 5 of their starters to graduation.
Yeah, there's not a lot of kids that are on this court right now or played today for Cedar Crest that got a ton of minutes last year. So, this is a fresh group. Majority of them 11th, 10th graders. For them to be where they're at after losing 8, great job by Coach Smith this year. Great job by these kids.
Free throws made. It is 72-58. Kick ball there by Octorara, so Cedar Crest will retain possession. The one thing I would say is the lone senior that's been seeing minutes got injured early in this game, and he hasn't been back since, so that could also play a factor for Cedar Crest.
It's a big loss for them losing Cam Tirado. Great defender.
Paulus drove the baseline, tried to find Antonio Tirado out on the other corner, but it was knocked out of bounds by Octorara.
Fun fact about Cam Tirado, his dad, as a senior at Cedar Crest, class of 1996, 100-meter dash state bronze medalist. So they got a lot of athletic ability in that family.
That was a great three-pointer there by Steven Reyes. It's quick and a timeout there by Cedar Crest. We'll take a short break of our own, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we are back with 1:13 left in this game. Octorara with the ball. They can run the baseline if needed. Up 11. They're throwing it deep. Got a man wide open. And a quick foul there by Jaden Truss on the back end to give Octorara the 2 free throws. We'd like to just take a moment here to just commend Coach Smith on the job that he has done this year. It is not easy losing eight players to graduation, 5 of whom were starters. And not to mention, he's the 2-time defending league champ. So you're going to get your opponent's best shot every single night. And that happened. He did it with a young team, started rocky 0-3, steadied the ship, put together a great season, ended up 13-9 overall, back into the playoffs. And they'll be back again, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, this team's only going to get better. Again, they probably not Coach Smith's expectations, but losing 8 starters, people are thinking Cedar Crest won't be as good. It's a great job by Coach Smith this year to get this team where they were at. They're young. I mean, started 1 senior, 2 11th graders, 2 sophomores. They got number 2, Kai Speaks, back next year. They got freshman Jaden Truss, who got a lot of playing time this year. Jackson Smith's only a 10th grader. So you expect Cedar Crest to be back in this spot next year.
Yeah, not to mention our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster player to watch at the beginning of the game, Antonio Tirado. He'll be back since he's only a junior.
Not over for Cedar Crest. Girls will be playing on Monday.
Cristo makes the free throws. It is now a 15-point game, 76-61. And I will be honest, the scoreboard does not tell the true story of this game, as it was very close the majority of the game. Cedar Crest actually held the lead the majority of the game until that third quarter when Carter Lambert caught fire, hit 3 threes very early in the third quarter. Vito Vespi also hit a 3 early in that quarter. Like Matt said, there was a 26-10 third quarter for Octorara, which really set the stage for this final frame. Big bucket there by Jaden Truss. You know, it's big for a freshman to be on the floor in the playoffs, getting some action, feeling the physicality of playoff basketball in the and one there.
Gaining a lot of experience. Cedar Crest will be playing districts next week. Also for Lebanon County, this isn't it. A lot of teams playing districts. Next week again, the Cedar Crest girls will be playing Lancaster League playoffs. You also have the New Covenant Christian School CCAC playoffs on Monday. They were 19-2 regular season. New Covenant boys 17-5. They'll be playing Tuesday. So Lebanon County hoops isn't done.
Let's just listen to this crowd as they are cheering on their first time ever section champ Octorara Braves as they're about to move on to the semifinals of the LL League playoffs, and they will be playing Tuesday night. Excellent game. The final score here from Octorara is 76-63. And at the beginning of the game, we told you about our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster player to watch for Octorara, which was Vito Vespi, and he did not disappoint, as he will be our player of the game today. We're going to take a break quickly, and we will be back with Vito in a moment.
You better listen up if you want to keep this love. I'm going to show you just what to do until the end.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
All right, welcome back to our LebcoSports.com coverage of the quarterfinal game of the Lancaster-Lebanon League playoffs between the Section 1 runner-up Cedar Crest Falcons and Section 3 champion Octorara Braves. We're here with our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster player of the game, senior Vito Vespi. Played an outstanding game, and if you remember from our pregame, he was actually our player to watch today. So, Vito, you had told us this is not only the first section title for Octorara, but also their first playoff win. How does that make you feel?
It gives us a lot of confidence because, you know, we came to the LL tournament all my 3 years on varsity, and every year we've been kicked out first round. So this really means a lot to us because we're all seniors and we really want the title this year. So we're really busting our butts to get where we want to be at.
So you said you've been in the last 3 years and you've been knocked out. How much of winning the section title and having the home game played a factor in your game today, you feel?
I mean, it plays a huge factor because on our home court, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but like the O-Zone, as they call it up there on the board, they really support us. They go to away games an hour away. They come to states with us. They come to districts with us. And, I mean, they really make us want to play better. Like, we really use them as motivation to keep busting our butts to be where we're at.
Excellent. I'm going to pass off to Matt. He's going to just read off some of your stats from the game and kind of talk a little bit about that.
You had 21 points. You guys shot the ball really well in the second half. Cedar Crest came out early. You know, you guys are the veteran team. They're the younger team. You kind of looked opposite in the beginning of the game. They kind of had you know, on the ropes a little bit in the first half. You guys made some great halftime adjustments. What did you guys talk about at half that you were seeing that kind of changed the game for you guys?
I mean, we were just saying, like, we got to pressure them because, I mean, we were kind of sagging off a little bit, letting them get – I'm number 3. He's a great player, and he was really controlling the pace for them. So we were just saying, like, we got to figure out how to stop him because if we can stop them, we can stop Cedar Crest. And, I mean, we outscored them second half, and we're a second-half team. So, you know, our locker room adjustments, shout-out coaches because they're always watching film and telling us what we need to know. So, I mean, they really are what – like, they're making the adjustments for us to win. And if we didn't have them, I don't think we would be 21-1, whatever we are.
Yeah, you're 21-1. And just kind of going off a little bit of that, what you were saying, a second-half team. In case you weren't aware, you guys outscored Cedar Crest 26-10 in that third quarter. Big part, you made a big 3, but the lone junior in your starting lineup, Carter Lambert, he hit 3 massive threes. Talk a little bit about that. I
mean, Carter, he's a shooter, and we trust him. He's the only junior starting, and he started last year as a sophomore. So, you know, us as 4 seniors starting, we've been playing with him since 5th grade, and he's been playing a year up with us the whole time. So we've really, like, grown to trust him. And we trust him taking big shots and big times. And, I mean, that really helped us because take away 9 points, they could be right back in the game. They could, you know what I'm saying. Absolutely. And you hit 2 giant free throws after the technical foul there, too. We're going to look at a couple highlights that involved you and our player of the game. See right here, this was a big 3 that you hit over there in that corner. Yep. The dribble drive penetration worked very well for you guys. And, again, this was a nice drive, and you had a dish. That ball got knocked loose, and you picked it up again, which was very nice.
Have you guys been playing together for a long time? Because you could tell in that second half on a lot of your drives, you guys seemed to know where everybody was going to be. I think you guys being seniors, playing together, you probably played together your whole life. Yep. I mean, I think you could really see that in the second half where on your drives, people were just in the right spot, and you guys found them.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing together since 5th grade, and I've been that one clip, Lazo Cristo, our point guard, I've been playing with him since 3rd grade, and Chase Fetcho, our other guard, I've been playing with him since kindergarten. So, I mean, those 2 guys, they trust me a lot, and they really try to find me, and I really appreciate that because I won 14 points a game without them. Right. So, I mean, they're huge contributors to our team, and I mean, us playing together for a long time really benefits us in big games like this.
And I would say, too, another thing that you guys had going for you, you were behind early in this game, but that's been the story for you guys a lot of the season. While you were 20-1 in the regular season, you were tested all season long. There wasn't – you had some games where you were big and you ran away with them, but there was games where you fought back. I think it was 18 points you were down against Catholic, and you fought back to win that one. So congratulations. Very proud of you and your team. And as our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster player of the game, you will get a T-shirt. It says athlete. I'll give you that now. And then you will also receive 2 tickets to a Lancaster Stormers baseball game. You guys – poised and ready to go for Tuesday night semifinal action. Yeah. Excited to see how that goes for you. Proud of you. Congratulations on the win.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right, we're going to let Vito get out of here. We're going to talk a little bit more about the game once.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Welcome back here at Octorara for the playoff game between the Octorara Braves, the Section 3 champion, where they defeated the Section 1 runner-up Cedar Crest, who not only were the Section 1 runner-up, however, they were the 2-time defending champion of this very playoff, the Lancaster-Lebanon League. It was an outstanding game. Both Orthopedic Associates Lancaster's player of the games did an excellent job. Antonio Torado for Cedar Crest, and our Orthopedic Associates Lancaster player of the game, Vito Vespi, outstanding game. Matt said 21 points. Matt, as a coach, you saw the players. They made the adjustments. As a coach, how does that make you feel seeing that team battle back in a situation like that?
I mean, one thing about Octorara is they never panicked, and they were down 8, 10 points at one point. They never really panicked. They always thought they were in the game, and that just goes to show they've been playing together a long time. A lot of seniors. The kids just had confidence in their stuff and that they were going to come back, and it showed. I mean, you could tell towards the end of the game, Cedar Crest was showing their age a little bit, getting those frustrated, technical foul, a lot of after the whistle stuff. Octorara didn't do any of that stuff. They just kind of played the game. They ran their stuff. They ran their sets. They got open. They did a great job.
Yeah, and like you said, they played their game. As we talked with Vito just a moment ago, it hasn't been an easy 20-1. When you see their record on paper, you think 20-1. Oh my gosh, they just ran away from everybody. Not the case. Like we said, they battled back against Catholic being down 18. Now they are poised and ready to go to their first ever semifinal of the league playoffs. So we're going to look at a couple highlights here, and then we're going to head out. But we do want to first say thank you to Lebanon Federal Credit Union for sponsoring both our pre and post game sessions here. That was a big shot there on that highlight. This was driving down. Steven Reyes lost the ball. That was a nice play where he lost it. That was when he made the catch that he's usually used to throwing as a Cedar Crest quarterback. And Paulus there with that rebound, kicks it out to Jackson Smith. He knocks down that three. Boom goes the dynamite with that one.
Just one last thing about Octorara. I mean, this is their first section title, their first Lancaster-Lebanon League win. I mean, this is a program builder for this school. I mean, you kids in the stands, the kids coming up, kids in middle school, they see these wins. They see the excitement. Makes them want to work a little harder. They want to be part of this. So this could be a game changer for Octorara with their program and what they're trying to build here.
And they weren't doing it just from one part of the floor. They were hitting threes. They were dribbling, driving, kicking, had some pull-up, mid-range jumpers where it felt like most of Cedar Crest damage was done on the dribble drive, get to the basket and foul, go to the line. But then they were missing free throws. Wasn't a great night from the line for them. Was a great night all over the court for Octorara as they move on to the semifinals on Tuesday night. So again, I'm Rob Gantz. This is Matt Kantner. I want to thank Lebanon Federal Credit Union for sponsoring the pre- and post-game show. And also Lebco Sports, being our leading source of Lebanon County athletic news. Our mission is simple: to celebrate our local athletes. We'd like to thank them and Dan Rao for their support this season. For all your banking needs, make sure you check out Lebanon Federal Credit Union. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Stay warm.